Uh-oh, she grew. Look. What's up everyone, it's Dani and Nick, and today we are going to be talking about puppy training. I have been watching George. He is a YouTuber who makes all these puppy training videos, and he's really good and helpful, but one thing I have noticed is he will say command and then the new puppy does it right away, and I'm like, he just
His puppy is a genius.
Well, it's not even always the same puppy. It's always different puppies, and he's meeting them for the first time. So I'm like, he's cutting out all the stuff that's trying to teach them and then when they don't listen and stuff. And it just drives me crazy because then I try to do it with my dog and she doesn't listen for a couple times. So this is going to be real and raw and what it actually is like to train a puppy. She has learned a couple commands. What day is it?
24th.
Okay, so we've had her for 10 days now because we got her on the 14th. So in 10 days, she has learned a couple commands, but we're also trying to work on some other ones. We've been putting in some new ones, but she still hasn't quite grasped them yet. And I just think that we should do a little video to show you guys what it's really like to train a puppy.
It's not easy.
If you're thinking about getting a puppy, it's 10 times harder than you'll ever imagine. Because I'm sure you hear everyone say how much work it is and consumes all of your time, but it's way more to the extreme than you could ever imagine. And
for us, we work from home most of the time, so it's even more so. It's not like we leave for hours a day and just let her in the crate or anything.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if you could even do that with the little puppy. I guess you could, but it'd be pretty cruel because they can't hold their pee for very long. We have an announcement that we wanted to make today, and this is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, but we have done this before. Yeah, we have done it before, but not for this long, right? Basically, we want to do a 30-day stretch where we make one video every day. So 30 videos in 30 days. It'll kind of be like a daily vlog. Some of them will be a little bit different format, I think. But I'm a procrastinator, so I need that structure to make me accountable every day to actually create something. And it just is so easy to be oh, I'll do this some other time or tomorrow or whatever, and it gets put off. But we're trying to commit, with this video being number one, the 30-day schedule and 30 videos. So I'm excited about it.
Let's go find her. Hi. Oh, who's on the couch?
She's on the couch?
She was just trying to get on it. See, we're training her not to get on the couch. No. This is what your house will look like if you have a puppy. So many toys, baby. Are you ready for your training session?
So this is Holly's favorite toy.
She loves the ball, and it's very much a border collie thing to play fetch. It's very instinctive to her because a lot of people want to teach their dog how to play fetch.
Look at that focus.
Ready? But we didn't even have to teach her. She just knew how to do it. Good girl. Drop it. And then we just do this for 7 hours of the day. Okay, but let's show you some of the things that we like to do for training. We do like to use treats because it does help them start to learn and pay attention, especially when she's so focused on her ball. So we need to grab her attention, but we don't use the treats as much as I said, I watched George. He uses the treats for everything, and I don't really like to do that. I like to use it in the beginning so that she learns, but then I use more praise. I don't always have treats, and I don't want her to think she's gonna get a treat all the time. So I like to mix it up and use different things as a reward. Sit. Good girl. So as you can see, Holly is really good at sit. That is the first thing we worked on, and she picked it up very quickly, but up, down. Other things we are working on are the word down, stay, things like that. So let's see if she has learned it or if we need to work on it. Sit, sit, down. So what I do is I take the treat and show her how to get down. Just like that, down. And she knows it like that, but she can't quite do it by herself yet. Can you? No, I can't. I don't know how to do it myself. As you can see, she goes crazy for these treats, which is why I don't use them for everything, because it drives her crazy because she just wants to eat them all. Okay, ready? Sit. Down. Good girl. Let's get up. Up. Come on over here. Sit. Down. Good girl. Something that they make look so easy on videos, and when you just watch people walking our dogs on leashes, and we cannot get our dog to walk on a leash. And it's not, like, I feel like most people's issue are that the dog's pulling them. We can't even get the dog to move on the leash. So that's a big struggle that we've been having. She just wants to sit there and chew on the leash. Another thing I would like to just touch on is the potty training, because that's probably the biggest thing that matters to people who have a puppy, because you don't want them destroying your whole house, pooping and peeing everywhere. It's very essential to teach them early on, and we've had a pretty good time potty training. Obviously she's had some accidents, but I found one of the biggest keys is just to take them out all the time. In videos I've watched, they're like, take them out once an hour, and I found in our case that that was not nearly enough, and that she has to go like every 15 to 20 minutes, at least for now. And I'm fine with that. I'm not really teaching her to hold her bladder yet. I'm more teaching her to go outside, and then we'll work on the holding the bladder. To me, it's more important that she goes outside and understands where the door is, where she goes outside, and I also heard that you're not supposed to like punish your dogs for going to the bathroom inside. I do. I yell at her, she goes inside. If she goes near the door, I don't, because I think that she probably was trying to tell us she needed to go outside, and it might be my fault, and I'll take the blame for that. But if she goes like on a carpet or anything like that, I do yell at her. I don't want her to think it's okay. And then right when she goes to the bathroom, I just take her outside. But yesterday we went a whole 24 hours without any accidents. Now I'm not gonna say that she's potty trained, because I know she's gonna have another accident at some point, and probably will be at least a couple weeks before she's fully potty trained. But at least for now, we're doing pretty good to have only 1 or 2 accidents a day when she goes to the bathroom like 15 to 20 times a day. I think that's pretty good ratio. So potty training is really hard, but you just have to stick with it, and like I said, be consistent with everything you do, and eventually they will learn. One thing about the potty training that I did want to mention that's been super hard, and this is just real life, and when I talked to the vet, they said it's so normal, but there's like nothing you can really do about it, is the dog eating their own poop. It's completely disgusting, and I was finding that like I had to have like a bag right when she was pooping and basically catch it, because otherwise she was eating it, and it's like super disgusting. So actually she's already grown out of that habit, which I don't really know what I did. I guess just getting it out of her way and her learning, but now I don't have to do that, and I can just leave it for a day and she like will never go and touch it. But a big thing with the potty training was that, and I don't really have much advice for that, because as the vet said, there's not much you can do. Some research says that it's about the nutrients they're getting, and I did change the food she was eating, so I'm not sure if it had to do with that or just that she learned, because she's a puppy, not to do it once I was punishing her and getting it out of her view. But good luck with that if you have that issue. Hopefully you don't though, because it is a bad one. Another thing with training is with the food. She kind of had like an open feeding schedule where the breeder she came from, and we didn't really want to do that. So we've taught her that she has breakfast and dinner. So we put it down, but it's been kind of hard because I do need her to eat all of her food because she's a puppy and she needs to eat. So I guess it's what now, 10:15, and she just finished her breakfast, so that's pretty good, but I put it down at like 7, so it took her that long to eat it all. But now she knows she won't get it until like 5 tonight. And if she doesn't finish her dinner, I pick it up by 8 because I don't want her having to poop in her crate at night. Oh, that's another thing, crate training. So let me show you the setup that we have. We also have this gate up because we found that most of her accidents were happening in this room. So we put this up, and since we have put this up, it really has eliminated a lot of accidents. I think she was going in here because it's a little bit more secluded. As you can see here, there's a wall, so like when we're over there, we can't see her, so she was kind of like getting away with it. But here is her crate. She did have an accident in there last night, which is why she doesn't have anything down, but she has been pretty good at not having an accident. I think the reason she had an accident last night was because there was extremely loud thunderstorms for about an hour and I did not come out and check on her, and I bet that woke her up first of all, and then she got scared, so she had an accident in there. But usually she's pretty good. I've just found that if I take her out about 30 minutes before bedtime, and then when I bring her back in, I don't let her have any more water, and then I'll take her out one more time right before I put her in the crate. And that way she's mostly empty before bed, and then she doesn't have any accidents, and it's worked out good for us. So yeah, as we said, here's her crate. We have towels all around, and we actually put one in front of the door as well, so it's pretty dark and homey for her. She really does like it. She has had a very good time in the crate with one of my old dogs, Nala. I had crate trained her from the beginning, and I just remember it being a pretty bad experience, and she just always cried and did not love going in there, but now she does love it. We just took a longer time, and now like Holly will go in her crate and she never cries, and she sleeps the whole entire night, which is so amazing. From like 9 to 7 is about when we've been putting her in there, and to not have an accident most nights from that long, and just to not cry and be happy in there, I think is really good. So you have to do what works best for you, but we know that she's gonna get big, and we don't want big dog in our bed, so that's why we ended up crate training her, and I think it's really good for them. So if we're traveling or going anywhere or doing anything, she just goes in her crate and she actually likes it. So eventually, I hope she'll be like my parents' dogs where they just go in there willingly. Right now she doesn't do that yet, but I think she will soon. This is the harness we have for her. Sit, sit, hey, sit. See, she wants to chew on it. Just put your head in the hole. No, see? So hard. No. Oh, got her. Come here. You want to walk yourself? Say, I don't need no mom. I don't need no mom. Come here, baby. Got her. Sometimes it's easier if you hold them. So. This goes under. Ow! It's way harder than you would think to get this on. Uh-oh, she grew! Look! That's too tight for a baby. Oh no! I feel like this happens way more often than you would think. Tell the world what you think of the harness. I hate it, Mom! She's so cute. I'm gonna be so sad when I can't pick her up anymore. Holly, sit! She doesn't listen. That's the other thing. I want her to listen whenever. And she does it. All right, let's go outside and show them what she does with the leash. Holly, come. See, she's good at that command. Good girl. We haven't really taken her on pavement because it's usually so hot, but it's so overcast and it's only like 70 degrees, so I think it should be fine. Should we test it out? She's growing up. She's doing so good. It's the best she's ever done. I bet it's hard for her to realize to walk on a leash in her own yard. You know? I feel like this is a good experience. One thing that we didn't expect, I knew like you couldn't take your dog anywhere when they weren't vaccinated, but I didn't know it took as long as it does to get them fully vaccinated, so we can't really take her to any fun places yet. So this is as adventurous as it will get for a little bit. But hopefully soon we can take her to do some fun things. What do you think? So as you can see, it's very hard to train a puppy, but we have only had her for 10 days, and I think she has learned a lot in a short amount of time. And the key is consistency. Don't let her do something and then yell at her and then let her do it, and then same like on and off. You like have to be very strict on the no's and the yeses so she knows what she can and can't do. Because right now she's gonna learn if you let her do. What are you chewing on? She eats everything. But she is going to learn, and they say dogs can train you, and that's so true. So we are not gonna let our dog train us. We are gonna train her and teach her everything she can and can't do. And we're glad to take you guys along for the ride, and I think over at least the next 30 days, if we keep posting these videos that we hope to do, you will get to see how much she improves over the time and how fast dogs really do learn, because I mean, she has learned a lot in 10 days, and in 30 days she'll know even more. So we will see you guys tomorrow in our next daily video, and we love you guys. Bye!